This is Nick Baisley from FilmSnobbery.com. I'm here at the Orlando Film Festival, and I'm here today with.
Claude Laniado.
And you're here with Roy.
Yeah, basically, my movie is Roy, and I played the lead actor in there and executive producer. Basically, it was a grad student film. The director's name is Gregory Mitnick, a very talented guy. He won several awards at the First Run Festival, which is the NYU festival, including Best Acting Ensemble, etc., and Best Cinematography. He had a commendation, faculty commendation for cinematography. And he graduated, and he's all over the world doing films now, and every film that he touches wins some kind of awards. And I was wondering if this movie was going to go any place at festival because I was an actor, or so he let me basically be an executive producer if I'm putting the money and putting the effort to promote the movie, and that's what I'm doing. And so far, it's been very fruitful. I auditioned for him, in the beginning. He made me improvise something. Went to pee. He liked the way I peed. That was the improvisation, but I actually didn't pee. But it was an improvisation. And maybe some other characteristics that he picked me. And it was a 2-day shoot. It was a long days. It was hard emotionally because I was playing this socially isolated guy, and also being a psychiatrist, I'm in tune with a lot of different things that are going on in the world, and people, human beings, human condition, and my life experience. I have a vast life experience. So I was really interested in the project, So I'm an independent film actor, basically. I'm not like a major studio actor at this stage. Although I won't be saying no if I get some interesting role, But that's my main passion right now. Is independent films, independent film acting, and I'm really happy to be able to work with talented people. Especially people who are like in a creative, like group mind settings. The director was very good with me. He gave me my time with preparation, whatever I had on the set, and he kept on shooting whatever was happening. So he didn't cut. So he was able to really capture whatever he needed to capture, as a director, his vision. And I was able to get into my character and felt comfortable with it. Felt comfortable with the surroundings. The movie was filmed in Chinatown, and the lady who owned that place passed away. So it's like very eerie kind of like a situation. I mean, I'm basically having a relationship with a dead body, and the question is, how did the dead body get there? Did I bring him there or whatever? And I'm trying to connect with this dead body, basically, because I can't connect with anyone else. That's my character, And it's basically everybody's got social isolation. I've had this experience or still have it, and they experience it in many different ways. So this was a particular way. And I'm very excited to be part of the project.
Thank you. Now you mentioned you were a psychiatrist, and how did you become an actor? Basically, I mean, it seems like a kind of a 180, but at the same time, very, very still kind of like you said, it's related. I mean, because and in studying the human condition, it allows you to explore characters. But what kind of drove you to do acting as a kind of a secondary career?
Well, since I was a little child, I always enjoyed making people laugh. Especially like I could do like weird things, in the public. I still do sometimes. So I'm very happy that people can smile, just basically smile. And I remember when I was a kid in Argentina, because that's one of the places I lived in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and it was a traditional school where they used to wear like a outfit, like almost like a dress, and the teacher would put me in the corner, and I didn't know why. everybody was having a good time. They were laughing. I said, "What's going on? Why am I getting punished?" I actually at that moment I didn't quite understand the punishment. What was that punishment? So I got an acting bug, and then I got into mime. I used to do mime in the street. I used to do dance also. I was in a dance troupe. I think the physical body is very important to express whatever you want to express creatively. And so I studied acting about 10 years ago with multiple high-level acting teachers like Salem Ludwig from Actor Studio, who's a board member of Actor Studio, like Alec Rubin, who was also a director at that director's unit, and we used to do intensive workshops there. He directed Al Pacino in like his fourth or fifth play, and we did a lot of different types of methods, Alexander, Primal, all kinds of different methods to get it. Your instrument to be working, in whatever role that you need to act on. So I'm very pleased with that. And then after the acting classes, I started doing theater. I was basically a theater actor in the first couple of years, and then after that, I got into movies. And right now, I'm basically doing movies. I'm also a screenwriter. I wrote a film called Tango Shalom with 86 speaking roles. It's a hilarious comedy, very touching moments, and with a great message. And I have some name actors interested in it, and some directors reading it, and producers. So hopefully that will happen soon. It's basically about connecting people all around the world, multi-ethnicities, spiritual above religion, transcending religions, differences and problems that might be caused by certain religions or fundamentalism that hopefully people will enjoy. And I think it's an important movie, and and that's one of the things I do. I wrote a screenplay called Tango Shalom with my brother Claude Laniado, who's also an actor and a screenwriter. He was in the movie The Best and the Brightest with Neil Patrick Harris. That's going to be coming out. And our company is called Convivencia Forever Films. The name comes from La Convivencia, which means living together. And it's a time before 1492 when the Muslims, the Jews, and the Christians used to live in peace and harmony, trade together, and work together. So basically, we're helping produce projects which are often controversial, open the doors of dialogue, enlarging the doors of dialogue, raise the level of human consciousness, and hopefully impact positive social change. So I want to leave psychiatry. I do love helping people, but I want to go globally in my path. I think this is a path that I want to do. I want to help people get together all around the world, and that's my path.
Now, you also worked, you said you worked in theater as well. Do you find there to be a profound difference between working in film and working in theater from a creative standpoint, or is the process very similar, just you have the ability to do a second take when it counts? Is that really the big difference to you, or do you find, do you get to explore character in one or the other more or less? What are the big differences from your point of view?
Well, I think theater really is it's a fluid process. You never know what's going to happen that day in that moment. It's very alive. You have the audience that's there. So you're right there with the people who are actually going to see you do something. And that's very exciting to do. There's nothing like it. The process itself is depending on your method. There are many different ways of acting. Some people just have a natural talent. They don't prepare anything. Some other people prepare some things, or some people use a couple of different methods together, or they don't use anything. So it's a whole process. The process is similar as an actor, whether it be an actor in film or an actor in theater. For me, particularly, it's the same process. There is some kind of preparation. There is a spontaneity in both mediums, especially when the director says, just try something, try something, see what happens, So advantages of having film is great to have second takes and putting all the editing together. You get a wonderful story. So it's more of a director's thing going on there. I mean, the director also works in theater, but I think the director also is responsible for how the editing is going to be done, how it's going to market the movie. They're all different issues which influence how the actor acts. And if his budget is low, he'll give us more room to experiment, you know. And if the budget is high, it depends. I mean, if you work with somebody like Sidney Lumet, who, you know, rehearses his actors for like several months at a time before he gets to shoot, then he saves a lot of money. So everybody's got different ways of doing it, you know.
So your film, Roy, just actually screened here at the festival, and you know, how is the festival treating you so far? Are you enjoying your time here? Is this your first time at this festival? Yeah, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm very, very happy to have my movie in the Orlando Film Festival. I mean, this movie here is totally artsy and totally independent. It's not going to go to mainstream festivals or any, you know. But this festival, particularly, it seems like they have all kinds of different movies, but they have films which are interesting for the audience as a cultural thing, where they are learning about films and art, the art of films and the art of acting and the art of directing and the art of editing and all these different arts. And I think particularly this festival, I think, is the best festival I've been so far, you know, because of the passion of a guy like Daniel Springen, who's also a filmmaker and who really is passionate about his work and about supporting the filmmakers as actors also, you know, and really helping the audience have an total experiential experience of when they're here in this theater, and the people that treat you really nice. So overall I give it a 10, you know. So that's my main experience here in Orlando. I'm very happy. It's the first time actually that I've been here in Orlando, and I'm very happy to be here. And I understand that the festival is sponsored by Universal Studios, so that's pretty big. That my movie, a little movie like 12 minutes and 9 seconds, is in a festival that's sponsored by a major studio, Universal Studios. So that tells me something. It tells me that Universal Studios is not only about just being a big studio, but they're supporting independent films and independent filmmakers and actors. And thank you very much, Universal Studios.
Well, we also want to thank you very much for being here. We know you actually have to get going too, because it's busy at these festivals. But I want to thank you very much.
Actually, my movie is screening tomorrow in New York City at the Big Apple Film Festival, and it's screening tomorrow at noontime at the Tribeca Cinemas. Then after that, I'm going to be going to the LA, to the New York International Independent Film and Video Festivals in LA, first to pick up my award, my Best Actor award in a short, which I earned in New York City. They had the same festival in New York. They have it in Vegas also, but I won for Best Actor in a short in New York, and I'm picking up my award there November 11th. November 14th is going to be screening at the Culver City Theater, Plaza Theater. Yeah. So I'm very pleased to be here, and thank you very much for your interview.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, and good luck with the rest of it. Thank you.